Hello everybody, welcome back to another video here with me, Arne. We're trying out a sweet standard deck by Antonio Abreu, who played this deck in the Pizza Box Open, which is a free-to-play standard tournament on MTG Melee. I think it happens every month, I believe. Yeah, so Blue-White Flash. This is an archetype that, you know, has been around in standard in the past, and of course is something tricky to play, sort of similar to the Blue-White Soldiers list that we have running around right now with the Make Disappear and, Knight Errant. But this one really goes full on Flash mode, tries to have the most Flash cards you can have, and standard is huge. I think I've looked at this archetype in the past already, but now we really have a high density of cards that we can use. The latest addition to this archetype is the Virtue of Loyalty, which gives us a flash creature, and then later on the token theme, of course, but most importantly that flash, that instant speed creature, so we can develop while holding up counter magic. And then, of course, another recent powerhouse is the Faerie Mastermind, where, just maybe the best card with flash in the format, right? Well, I'll take that back. maybe not the best, maybe the second best, after Wandering Emperor. And then, of course, Overcharged Amalgam is a card that has received a lot of hype. When it was spoiled, it was like, oh my god, if you just play this with some tokens, boom, you have this 4-mana free counter any spell, so powerful. And yeah, that's what we're trying to do. That is the payoff for being a Blue-White Flash deck, is again that you keep up your counter spells and that you have the Amalgam. And with Amalgam, you want to play Vetting Announcement, you want to play these token generators, so you don't feel too bad exploiting a creature, right? So yeah, the deck is filled up with Destroy Evil, which 4 copies. I mean, it's great against Domain Ramp, it's great against Esper Midrange. Shield with the Apocalypse is a problem, so it's great there. But then, of course, it has some matchup where it's like really iffy. Mono red, I guess you can get a Godric when it's like on Celebration. You can get a Kumano. Mono white, you can get an Adeline, but besides that, not much. Ossification, maybe. So it certainly is a swingy card, right? But hey, if it fills up that weakness of the deck, which is these big creatures that otherwise snowball in standard, then hey, just commit the slot, and then against the other matchups, you might just be fine with the rest of your cards. So yeah, the deck is fairly simple. We have some 2 and 1-offs here. We have Invasion of New Phyrexia, which I kind of like. It's nice with the token theme, and it gives you some power play in the late game, so that you even can hang on, just like, I don't know, cast for 7 mana, make 5 tokens. That's going to be really powerful. Silver Scrutiny, flash, on it, at least if you cast it for X equals 3 or less. But hey, similar to Invasion, you can just pop this off against a Golgari midrange player, draw 5 cards in the late game, and that's going to be really strong. And then we have 1 copy of Dennick, which is a little interesting. I guess it's good against the Cauldron deck, it's good against some of the graveyard shenanigan thingies that you can do, and it's just, it's just a very, very good card, I suppose. And if you have Virtue of Loyalty and Vetting Announcement, you can pump it up to be even bigger. And at that point, it is quite nice, of course, to have a life-linking threat as well against aggressive decks. The one change I did to the main deck was I added 2 Mirrex over an Adarkar Wastes and a Seachrome Coast. And I upped the count on islands a little bit, because the deck actually has 1919 in terms of blue sources, and there were a little bit more white than blue sources, which, like you have more double white cards with Virtue, but only barely, really, because you do have Amalgam and Scrutiny as well, which need double blue. You have 8 double white, 5 double blue, and in the end, like, you have more blue 2-drops. So I think evening it out is just fine, although it's not quite even yet. As you can see, it's still 1 more planes. And yeah, Mirrex just wasn't in the deck before, but I think that's just perfect for a token strategy with Virtue and Vetting Announcement, and for a deck that wants to keep up counter magic. Imagine you have the Overcharged Amalgam, but you don't have Meeting of Minds or Wandering Emperor, but you have a Mirrex and they don't play into it. Boom, Mirrex, you got that token to have Amalgam enabled next turn. Yeah, it just seems perfect. You might even want more than just 2 copies. It's a 2-color deck after all, so it's affordable. Sideboard, we're looking at, this is mostly what, I think I made 2 changes. I added a Disdainful Stroke and a Memory Deluge over 2 Knockout Blow. I'm just hoping to not run into mono red, I suppose. But yeah, I just wanted to have some more Disdainful Stroke against ramp, because again, the counterspell suit here is a bit slim, and then one Memory Deluge down here just to have another card draw spell for grindy matchup seems kind of nice. And yeah, the rest of the sideboard, we have Ossification as removal, Sunfall, Sweeper against Esper Legends, and so on, Golgari midrange. Another Dennick, nice flexible card, I guess. Yeah, good against mono red, aggressive decks, Cauldron and stuff. Elspeth Smite, quite nice against the aggressive decks, no matter what it is. And then 2 Chrome Host Seedshark, which, you know, I've fallen in love with this card. I think it's really powerful, and you do have a ton of non-creature spells in this deck, also X spells. So yeah, you can get some really big incubate tokens. And after all, this card is just on its own rate already is so good, which is just why it's so amazing. A 3 mana 2/4 flyer. I mean, that's perfectly fine on rate, and then you just get that ability, which is crazy good on top of it. One of the best cards printed in the last, in this year, you could say. All right, that is Blue-White Flash. Yeah, cool brew by Anthony Brew. Let's try it out. I would like to be on the play. Yes. Yeah, that's totally fine. Start with the Dotted Beach against T-Pro on Blackleaf Cliffs. Okay, interesting. Well, the Destroy Evil might not be too good here. I don't know what exactly. I guess this is some sort of sacrifice shell, huh? Phyrexian. Okay. Give him all menace. So I could block this. No, I can't. It has menace, right? Okay, I mean, I guess my mastermind isn't for long. It's gonna get at least probably killed by this. But hey, I'll be able to Meeting of Minds before that. Drawing 2 of my probably bad cards in this matchup is not gonna be very good for me. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, I'll just block because they can always trade. They will grow this, but hey, what can I do? Okay, sure. They could have done this at any point, so it doesn't matter. It just makes sense to block, not give them the option. Okay, Wandering Emperor is very good here, I would think. 4 cards in hand. Seachrome Coast, right on time. My Destroy Evil also found a target now. You can always exploit your Amalgam, by the way. I see what's going on here. They can now sack them into each other. Should I just make a Samurai and then block this? Seems like a nice use of my turn. And then next turn I can destroy him, I guess. They will get an incubate, which is going to be big, but I have these Destroy Evils anyways, so. Ica Drinker, okay. Red Black, Phyrexian. So this is going to be 4 power now. Perfect for my Destroy Evil. And yeah, that's just so nice about playing Wandering Emperor. Just such a phenomenal card when you're under pressure. What are you gonna do? I mean, you can back up on the Bloated. They're putting the screws on. What are you gonna do? Put it on the Eco Drinker, and then I go Emperor, exile the Bloated. I mean, it's kind of decent for me. I think I'm gonna let it happen. I don't really know. Like, if they go on the Bloated, yeah. I mean, but Oh, I just take 7, but I can't take 7, so otherwise I die. Yeah, I guess this isn't great for me, huh? I could make a 2-2, block this, take 6. Then they have to think if they want to shoot me. If they have a land, I'm dead. But I don't think they have a land, do they? Was I supposed to counter this? Just take a hit? Maybe. Like, I'm not really pulling ahead there. Exile this. They shoot me down to 6. They have these 2 1/1s. They have 2 huge incubate tokens. Then I make a 2-2. I can block these 1/1s, and then I can destroy evil both the incubates and just hope that's enough. Doesn't look pretty. Not at all. So if I counter that, then they hit me, and then next turn maybe I can like Emperor that bloated. The way they played this, I was just never able to act with the bloated in a favorable way. Like they always were able to sacrifice it. No? These destroy evil might turn useful. Not attacking with the small creatures. Okay. I would like to play Meeting of Minds, but I can't go to 2. They can get this back, but only at sorcery speed. Could technically counter this. Counters abilities as well. Opponent has... Yeah. I'll probably counter that. Ugh. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Opponent probably has 3 spells in hand, and I'm supposed to win against them with 2 more lands here. Going up to 9 lands now. Okay. That is going to be difficult. Okay. Well. Oh wow, that is how it works. Well, thank you for telling me that. Do you want to sacrifice Samurai Overcharged any ability to trigger when it goes the creature won't trigger? Well then no. No, I will not. Alright, my opponent. Yeah, okay. I concede. I will concede. This is the moment in a paper game where you like show your hand. Yep, 3 more lands. That's how we roll today. Okay. What are we doing? So Dennick seems kind of nice. Life gain, Seedshark, Sunfall, Ossification, Elspeth, Smite. All these cards seem kind of nice. What do I not like? Maybe the Amalgam. Like you just want to go into a control deck, and this expensive spell is not that good. Mastermind might not be that good. Against like Cacophony and all that, you just turn into a blue-white control deck, I think. Have this token theme to outvalue them. Probably want the Memory Deluge, honestly. So have some card advantage. And then this is a 2-drop. Maybe cut the Make disappear. Maybe not. What do I cut? Alright, I'll cut the Make disappear, I guess. Alright, I like this transform into sideboard plan. I'm just able to go hard control against this mid-rangey aggro deck. It's more an aggro deck than a mid-range deck, but it is not like super all-in. I guess it probably plays 4 Eco Drinker and 4 of the Cacophony, so it has 8 1-drops. Yeah, I mean, you can classify that as an aggro deck. Yep. So that one is decent against 2 toughness creatures. It does deal with them, so I can't like surprise them here. Virtue is quite nice with the Seedshark as well. Just having that 5-mana enchantment laying around that triggers and makes an incubate 5, pretty good. Do you have another duress? No. Okay. So now I need to have a removal for my Seedshark. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So far, they have the answers. Interesting. I could play it and instantly attack it. Yeah, seems a lot better than going with a Virtue of Loyalty token. And again, like I have Sunfall, yeah, sure, I have a sweeper, so putting stuff to my board, technically not that great, but you know, with Sunfall you never feel that bad when you exile your own stuff. And I might not even go for Sunfall. I mean, they're missing land drops. I could just have this be a Virtue game. Alright, so they can double block. And then kill 2 of my guys. Maybe I just chill. Maybe I just don't even attack. Next turn I do get to Teferi though, because I play these 2 and then... Alright, maybe I attack. It does hurt a little bit to trade my creatures when I have like these virtues, which make these... If I get one virtue, if I draw land next turn I have 3 freeze, then they can't trade anymore, so... What? What is this line even? Why wouldn't you block? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like they just took 2 damage for no reason. That doesn't make any sense now. Alright, they kept in 2 go for the throats, which makes my Seedshark sideboard plan maybe a little worse. It's the one creature I have in my that I bring in that's a good go for the throat target. Oh, the Forge. Forge is strong. Not so strong against Dennick though. Not attacking. Alright. Let's draw an untapped land, shall we? Let's go. Okay, so 2 here, 2 face. Get that to Faerie, which... What does it say again? I haven't got much. This is a knight, by the way, which is kind of cool. Tap any number of untapped creatures when you shuffle target non-permanent. So I have one... I guess I have 2 creatures too few right now to be able to do that. So what do? Just get a knight emblem? No. I just draw cards. Okay. Discard these 2. Well, yeah, this means at least we won't be flooding this game. Okay, nice. Yeah, Urabra's Forge. Okay. It's a very nice combination with Voldaren Thrillseeker as well. I had a student and friend of mine show me his Red Black Sacrifice deck the other day, where with Voldaren Thrillseeker at some point you like get a 5/1 from this, and then you Thrillseeker, you put 2 counters, then you attack. Your opponent's like, well, I don't want to block that, but then you just shoot 7 to their face, so it can do a lot of damage. Okay. Makes me kind of interested in Make Disappear, because that Forge, I don't really have good answers to it, as you can tell. I'm sitting, like, I literally have nothing, I guess. No Lauren, no disenchant effect, nothing. Well, the Seedshark can race it somewhat well, I guess. But yeah, that card is going to be very difficult to beat for me. Huh. You know, I said I don't like the Seedshark if they have to go for the throat, but I don't know. I can play turn 5 and do something else maybe, or I can just hope they don't have to go for the throat. And at that point, it also isn't out to the forge, because maybe I will just die to the forge. I think this is a mulligan. It's just too expensive. I don't have enough lands. I don't have untapped lands. I don't have Ossification online. And I don't have an answer to the most dangerous card, which is the forge. Guess I put away the invasion. Seems alright. Yeah. Okay, just lands missing with this one. Leaper. Ah, it's also a Phyrexian at some point, I guess. Oh. Okay. Well, crew 2. Just gonna put full control. Oh, really? Huh. Well, I mean, I'm gonna use my Make Disappear. I have 2 of them anyways, and that card is certainly, like, artifacts are very good against this deck because this deck doesn't play any answers to them. So, yeah, I'm like Warning Emperor can deal with this, I guess. But first we gotta draw a land here. Alright. Well, one game I drew 10 lands. Now I lose another game to no lands. That'd be Magic sometimes. Yeah. That's 8 damage now. Yeah. I don't have an answer to this. I think the wedding, like, drawing land here might just be too slow at this point. I go to 7, play vetting. They have 1 removal, I die. Yeah. Yeah. Hard hitting, curving out, 1 drop, 2 drop. Missing curves. GG. Play first, yes. In the unknown, double destroy evil. It can be great, it can be bad. Yeah, I'll try it, and I hope that I hit one of those matchups where it's actually good. Bit of a gamble. Opponent's still thinking about the mulligan. Okay, Shadowed Sanctum is probably good for Destroy Evil. That could be Shieldred. Yeah, could be. It could still be Esper Control, I guess. You never know. Alright, some nice draws here. Just a Mastermind out of turn? Or a Virtue? Or a Go for the Throat? A Cut Down. Alright, sure. Makes me think they have Make Disappear. They didn't want to cut down immediately. They might have also bluffed. Okay, perfect. We can blow this up. And going out. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Could be mana efficient and play my 2/2 drops, but I think just getting the vetting out as soon as possible is going to be very good for me. You know what? I'll let him have the Raffine because I have double Mastermind. So if they attack, I'm just going to flash these 2 in and draw some cards. And yeah, here you can see the power of 4 Destroy Evil in the main deck. I'm super happy to having them all. You're gonna be great here against Vetting Announcement, Shieldreds, and Raffine. Okay, they discard another Raffine. Take a hit for 2. And Vetting of their own. Another Destroyable, that's awesome. Okay, I think at this point, I just attack for 2. And build a big army here. Getting the Virtue down. I think that's trigger. Okay, automatic trigger. Make a token first. Then untap. And now we have this engine going. We have 4 creatures. We have the Virtue down already. This is just going to snowball out of control. The opponent just passes. 2 cards in hand. Probably Emperor. One of them. But sure, I guess I'll just destroy. Maybe I attack with these. They block and then. Nah. I'll just destroy you now. Maybe I could even play. Okay, they just give up. Maybe I could have even played more carefully there by just making a token and just passing. Because like, how are they ever gonna win against me? Like, every turn I'm gonna create more and more power. I can just, I don't even have to do anything. I can wait until they're 5/5 and then just attack and keep these two Destroy Evil in my hand until my opponent does something where I have to react. Okay, this looks like stock Esper midrange with cut downs. I guess that's, yeah, it's pretty stock. So, what are we doing? They're probably bringing their Destroy Evil. Sunfall. Looking at that Ossification. They have the Skitter, which is a pretty good card. If you can't kill it. What is not worthy of being in the deck no longer? I mean, Dennick is kind of random, I guess. Overcharged Amalgam does seem fine. The card draw seems decent. Mastermind seems great. I don't really want to cut any of. I don't want to cut any of these cards. You know, could cut maybe these. I can trim, but nothing here. I also like the Deluge. Just it's gonna be a grindy matchup. The Seedshark isn't too bad either. This is a bit bad against counterspells. So is Scrutiny, but at least Scrutiny I can play at instant speed. So maybe I'll just cut that. Kinda wanna cut a land. Be greedy! Tough. Yeah, it's just like all these cards are just too good to cut, I think. Could maybe trim a Virtue. I don't know. Virtue is maybe just too important. We're playing 25 lands. What's going on with all these lands, huh? Yeah. Well, I guess I'm keeping. Just hoping to draw some lands. Now I want them. Either I have too few or I have too many. Not fair. I'm wondering if I should keep this because, you know, like free removal and a Virtue. But like the removal is quite good against Esper. It does deal with most of their things. It even deals with Kaito, which is a card I was like... Shortly there was a moment in my head where I'm like, oh no, this hand is bad against Kaito. No, actually it isn't. Okay, I think I'll just play the blue card while I can. So this way, if they go Raffine here, this is just not going to be as good. Nothing, that's good for me, but no land is not good for me. Could Ossification this, but okay. Should I block? I don't think I should. It's just Wandering Emperor blows me out. Okay. 4 cards in hand. They take it also. Funny. You know, like now I have blue mana up, so they can't really go for Emperor that easily. Okay. I could have Ossification one of these, but just rather keep that Destroy Evil. Yeah, that was good. Good that I kept that up. It's like good against Raffine, it's good against Shieldred, it's good against Wedding Announcement, it's good if they play Land Virtue, it's good. And now if I draw a land, which I don't, I could go Ossification. Alright. Again, I do the same. Okay. Now they're doing this. How much damage can I take? I mean, I think I have to take one more because it's just too obvious that this is a Wandering Emperor. Why didn't they? They didn't block for 2 turns in a row. And I think they figured out that I don't have shit. Yeah. This is not good. I missed too many land drops. And again, Destroy Evil is good against some parts of the deck, but of course it doesn't deal efficiently with the Emperor or Dennick. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope they all out attack, then I can Emperor pump. You know, like they have 3 cards in hand, it's probably not gonna work, but you know. I can try. Alright. I think that's game. I could have blocked, go to 3, but you know, I'm just too far behind. Yeah, I also have the Manland to kill me with, so. No reason to play that one further. Okay, missing land drops. Yeah, not a recipe for success. I'm starting to wonder how good Ossification is in the end. Like they have Raffine, Skitter, Dennick, Shieldred. They do have some targets. You do want to be proactive as well. They showed me they still have Go for the Throat. I just make my land drops and, you know, get my own stuff going. We lost like I played 2 matches now and I lost 1 game to Ultra Flood, 1 game to Screw, 1 game to Screw, so 2 games to Screw. Yeah, you can't win like that with any deck. Yeah. 25 lands, 2 colors. This is just getting a little bit of the bad variance here. But hey, game 1 at least was a good showing for the blue-white flash deck here, where, you know, just we danced around our opponent. And Esper midrange is no deck to take lightly, so beating that one is already a good sign for this flash archetype. Alright, I'd like to play first. Okay, sure. One's thinking on a mulligan. Dennick is somewhat annoying, not gonna lie. Really means that you can't deploy any early damage, can't gain tempo. These at least small critters. Like even if I have Faerie Mastermind, sure I can deal 2, but it's negated by the lifelink. Yeah. Deck's coming together here. I like my hand a lot. Probably get countered if I play this. So just make a Mirrex here. And I gave them a window there to resolve an Emperor, but that's not that good here because I have free power. They can make a Samurai, I can exile the Samurai, kill the Emperor. And by making the Mirrex, I'm just like making them make this appear awkward if that's what they have in hand. I mean, if they're sitting on interaction, nothing's going to be good of that. I don't think they have Emperor because if I were them, I would have played it there. I wouldn't have like not done anything. So they're pulling further and further behind here. Sure, they're 21 live, like life total wise, they're doing fine, but these mites are going to be causing them serious damage soon. The poison is real. They're going to cut down one of the mites. I'd be happy about that. Eiganjo. I could take the opportunity to kill this Dennick. So they can't really make disappear me. Then I still have my own make disappear up. They try to resolve something. It's pretty good. If they have negate, I guess I'll make disappear back. Then I have ossification for anything they try to resolve. I guess the only thing I can't deal with is a vetting announcement. They could just sack the Dennick to counter this. I guess that's a pretty smart line, actually. I didn't think about that. I could counter back to resolve my... Maybe this play was a bit weak. I don't know, like... Yeah... Not the best value play, but still a good tempo play, maybe? I don't know, maybe this wasn't great. Nah, this probably really wasn't that good, actually. Like, now I have to probably lose one of these mites. Interesting. Well, I guess I don't. They played that really fast. Makes me wonder what the hand is. Should I just play Virtue? I don't think so. Like, pumping my mites isn't actually that important. Oh, wow. What is going on? Now they're flooding? It's just a bunch of non-games. Maybe they're sitting on an Emperor. They have drawn it. Because I don't think they had it before. Pass to you. Okay. It's time for the Amalgam to exploit one of these mites. And it's a concession. Alright, I enjoy playing this deck, that's for sure. This is right up my playstyle. Blue-white rogues, essentially. We have a rogue, the Mastermind. Alright, we're on the draw. Don't love this. I don't have the lands. I have these, again, these like situational destroy evil effects. Could be great, could be bad. Tough. I'm leaning towards mulligan because again I have too many expensive cards, I think. And then not the good amount of lands that I need. Yikes. Alright, I mean this is at least a decent mulligan to 5. Maybe I'll do this. Hope that they give me some card draw. I could do this as well. Keep the token shenanigans. Maybe that's better. Hello. Okay, blue-white. Maybe it's soldiers. Oh, it's Esper. Well, this is the play pattern you want. You counter their free drop, so you get to resolve your free drop. Put so many make disappears onto the stack. It's incredible. Maybe the most played card in the standard that I, you know, maybe that's the one that I played the most with. Oh, that's kind of neat. Let's go. Meeting of Minds. I guess maybe I do want to... Yeah, I didn't even... Like, it's not quite good against the Faerie, right? So, could have done it in my... yeah. Well, I hope they don't have the Faerie, I guess. Looks like they do. No? Okay. They surely have make disappear, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. That was a nice draw. I'm gonna take the opportunity to destroy that Raffine. Exile it, excuse me. Otherwise I would have played Virtue just for 5 here and make some free freeze. But hey, getting rid of Raffine is a deal I cannot pass up. Restless Fortress. No attacks, no nothing. Plus. Cut down. Yeah. So they used up one make disappear. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the 2/2 though. Like I have nothing else to do with my mana. I don't need to play into another make disappear. They likely play 4. So I think these versions that play cut down should consider playing Kaito. I think Kaito gets better with that. I mean, I could just play around. I could continue playing around make disappear. They would have to sack the Dennick, but I think at this point they might not have it, and yeah. Even if they do, like, then I get to attack for 8. They go to 12. They can return this next turn, but then I can attack for even more. Alright, well. So they have a 1/4. They could double block me. Technically, but if that's the entire turn, am I not happy about that? Could also have Wandering Emperor and then just eat my guy. I guess attacking doesn't make any sense. Okay. I like that. Gonna kill my Emperor. But I have my growing army. I'm good. I have Mirrex, which, you know, creates 2/2s that turn into 3/3s and so on. At this point, I could even kill the fortress. What does that mean about their hand? I don't think they have Make Disappear. Oh, oops. I should have made a token probably there. I guess I still get the opportunity here if they do something. Vertai. What are you gonna do, Vertai? Kill one of my guys, make me draw, then you draw as well. And you're gonna have a 3/2 in play. You're gonna have 4/8 mana. Like, I don't care about a 3/2. I don't really care about losing a card. Like a permanent here, a creature. They could counter the trigger, I guess. Maybe they do that, but I mean, it's also not good. And like, we're both gonna draw a card, so that's fair. Like, and if I use my Make Disappear, I lose a creature anyways, so it doesn't really make that much sense. I'm just chilling. Okay. Twelve life. Don't think I will blow up this wedding. Just play Faerie end of turn. Although that kinda does walk into Make Disappear. Don't seem to have it. So they have... Also does go for lethal, which is nice. What are they gonna do? Go for the throat me? Okay. That's fine. I clicked maybe a little fast. I could have made disappeared that. That was probably a mistake. I was still in my head. I don't need a creature and all that. But hey, having a 5/5 there is kind of putting the pressure on them. I mean, I still have an army. Like, my Make Disappear at turn 7, like, it's not getting any better, so I probably should have used it. Yeah. Mirrex is pretty important here. I've again drawn a lot of lands. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'm just gonna blow up the wedding announcement EOT. Not EOT, second main. Okay. Well, that means you're dead if I blow up the wedding. And I've Make Disappear the counter, go for the throat. Another Mirrex would have also been pretty great here. I mean, not that I needed it necessarily, but wouldn't have hurt. Oh, okay. You got it. You're living on one life. Guess I'll play the land. I mean, I have these X spells in my deck. Huh? Is my opponent gonna turn this around? Wandering Emperor would be nice for them. Shieldred, and then Chump Block, I guess. Attacking me! Wow. Yep, you got it. There's a spell. Okay, so they can jump, and I guess just block my 3/3. Sure. Hanging on. Okay, so yeah, just play my things, I guess. I probably would have lost this game without the Mirrex. I mean, very likely would have lost this game. Alright, finally got there. Okay. What to do? So last time I added the Ossifications. And yeah, cut like Invasion, I guess, something like that. Cut the Dennick. Do like the Deluge also because it doesn't play into the Faerie, which is so big. Everybody plays the Faerie. And Faerie Mastermind. I don't mean the Planeswalker T-Faerie. I mean the Faerie. Where, yeah, just having a spell that draws you cards without drawing you cards is kind of important. Alright, let's just add 2 Ossifications. I could also add Sunfalls. Maybe that's not that bad. Good old board reset. Sure, it's expensive. Sure, they're gonna bring in counter spells, but I feel like these games are going so long. A Sunfall to reset when I'm behind could be nice. Like, especially my opponent might be thinking they have to be a little aggressive here. Because I have this, you know, token late game engine. I think this is fine. This is a borderline hand. It's not great. I don't have lands, not enough of them. But, you know, I have the Virtue, I have Destroy Evil, which is like the best card in the matchup. You know, I'm not gonna mulligan this. No mulligans here. Alright. It's getting dicey. Nothing, okay. So they're sitting on Make Disappear, I would guess. Ugh. I don't really know. Like, what's the hand? What did they keep? Maybe they're just trying to play around Make Disappear? This is a funny hand. Full house and 2 more. Okay, well, happy to Make Disappear that. I think it's better to use Make Disappear because, again, they're making land drops. Make Disappear might become dead, and Destroy Evil kind of like kills everything besides the Planeswalkers. Anyways. Yeah. Okay, so they don't have Destroy. They don't have any counterspell, obviously. Like, they didn't have a window of opportunity there to respond. Thank you, Arena, for telling me that. Yeah. Dennick. A land! Woo! I guess I could attack there, but if I go Emperor and they have a removal on the Knight, which I think they might have, it wouldn't be great. They're scared of attacking. Playing around the Emperor, I guess.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming. We must protect the people.
Wait a minute. Should I just go Virtue? Just make a Samurai play Virtue? I kind of like the idea of that. I guess I could have, what I could have done is I could have played Virtue and then activate my Planeswalker after that. Decide like what's happening. Maybe they have Destroy Evil? They do. Okay, well, I could have, oh, they have Otawara. That's not that good. Sorry, opponent, your draw has not lined up against mine at all. Having to bounce a Virtue. Okay, alright, that's a comeback move. That certainly is a comeback move.
Until next time, then.
So if I play this, they can just Fortress my Emperor. But I have so much more card advantage than they do that I think if they use their turn to go for this, I'm gonna be untapping with like 6 cards. I think I will not lose that game, so I think I'm happy to just make that trade. If I use my Ossification to kill the 4/5, then I don't have a clean answer to a Shieldred. I guess I do. I still have to destroy evil. I don't know. I also had a second copy of Emperor, so I was like, yeah, whatever. I have all the riches. They have a Faerie end of turn. I guess I'll use my Make Disappear because it's looking pretty bad right now otherwise. Very happy to be able to use it. Okay. Sure, I guess. I'll let him deal me some damage. It's okay. This game is not about life total. If they keep activating this land, it's just not very effective. And they're spending 5 mana on that. I'm happy. Maybe I have a removal here. Okay, well, I don't know if you want to keep Cut Down in your deck. If we're being honest. That card does not seem that good against me, but yeah. Alright, now I have a good window to just Emperor this. I can counter back on a counterspell. They don't have anything.
I'm home. My judgment is final. Strike fast.
Alright.
Strike hard.
Again, Mirrex would be pretty nice. Could play 3/3, but not gonna do that. Make a Samurai. I have 4, 8 mana. I guess I'm just gonna pass. No rush. No rush. This game is so slowed down. There's no rush to do anything, really. I'm probably just gonna counter that. It's like my answers in my hand don't line up perfectly against that card. So I'm happy to counter it. I could have used my Make Disappear as well. Maybe I should have done that, but it does feel nice to get like pressure onto the board. A second Fortress, okay. Mirrex, wow, that's a game changer. That's a game changer. So I have 5, 8 mana, 9 mana of the Mirrex, so I can play Virtue and Mirrex. That's awesome. this is a runaway game at this point. Okay. Virtue goes. Better than Otawara Virtue. We can all agree on that. Huh, talking about Otawara. Now I have another counterspell if I want to. Opponent could have activated the fortress, didn't want to. Could have eaten my might. I mean, I would have destroyed Eviled it, but just saying. Yeah, Lauren should probably be somewhere in the 75 of this deck. Also, that it just synergizes with Faerie Mastermind is quite nice. Makes the card appealing. And Shieldred in Esper. I mean, yeah. Even more reasons, I suppose. And it is a creature, it's a body for Rafine. So many reasons. Could bounce my Emperor and then exile the fortress that way. It's not crazy. Use my Otawara well. And keep, you know, another great card in my hand. Oh. Could also plus here. I think getting rid of the land is nice. Actually, maybe not.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Being able to just churn out samurais is kind of nice. Yeah, let's just get aggressive. This is 6-9 damage. I don't have to play the value game anymore. Like, technically the Dennick, you know, over the course of a long game, the Dennick doesn't really do anything here, and I don't need to Ossify it, but just this turned into a tempo game at this point where I can just, like, you know, they have one more turn, they have 7 life, I have, like, all these creatures, I have counter spells, Destroy Evil, Mirrex, Meeting of Minds to draw more cards. Alright, that was Blue-White Flash. I did enjoy the gameplay of this deck. Certainly something different than we would used to, you know, all the other top decks. We've come to know them. And yeah, I mean, you can finesse around a little bit with the Esper players, I suppose. Destroy Evil is just phenomenal. This could be a neat meta call, you know, like when you're expecting less Talia decks, because I think those are going to be troublesome. This could really come in and beat up on Domain Ramp, beat up on maybe even Esper Control, as well as it seemingly does against Esper Midrange, at least against players that, you know, I don't know, like my opponent Captain cut down the last one, you know, maybe not that best, or not the best card in this matchup. But yeah, it's good against the black removal spells. It has all the token shenanigans working well in the mid-range fights. It has Destroy Evil as one of the best cards against, you know, the most important decks in the format right now. And, you know, it has a pretty decent sideboard. So, Antonio Brew, if you're watching this, well done. I like this brew. Very nice. And yeah, I enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoy it too if you're trying it out. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this deck. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. That would support me and help me out. And yeah, thanks for watching as always. See you in the next one. Peace out.